W.F. House presents an unabridged recording of Kingfisher by Rozie Kelly, narrated by Dan Bottomley. Kissing you is like new paint and old pain. It is like coffee and car alarms and a dim stairway and a stain, and it's like smoke. I'm looking into your eyes and I can't get in. Deborah Levy. 1. I can pinpoint almost the second when I realised I wanted to fuck her. It wasn't the first time I saw her in the hallways of the university, nor was it when I first saw her read and watched her face move from awkwardness to elation. It was a more happenstance occasion than that. We'd tripped over one another while trying to buy coffee, me drifting, as usual, her clearly on the way to somewhere, but she stopped, as I did, awkwardly holding her coat and bag and some food shopping. It seemed rude not to invite her to sit with me, especially with the sun shining, as it was that moment. We perched on a recently vacated bench by the river. The ducks were fighting over crusts thrown by a small child and his mother. It was spring, so they were filled with its verve and aggression, trying to drown one another, mallards chasing females absent-mindedly, flapping and splashing. An elderly cocker spaniel waded nearby, paying them no mind. "Ducks are evil," I said, as I rolled a cigarette. "The world must be very black and white for you," she said. It struck me as an odd thing to say, especially in England, where everything is grey. But it was then that I realised I wanted to be inside her, to push her down, to render her imperious intelligence stupid with the weight of my body, with my younger, harder form. I could tell, of course, that she wouldn't accept being dominated. But it was a pleasant thought. She smelled like toast and marmalade, like wet leather. Yes, I wanted to fuck her. And I don't want to fuck women very often. I was new to the area then, although I feel old to it now, despite it being not much more than a year ago that this happened. My memory of that day is potent, but it's blurred, like the feeling of emerging into a bright afternoon after unexpectedly quick pints. Vivid, but indistinct. I can see the path underfoot as I walked away from her, having finished our coffees, with 2 Lotus biscuits in my pocket. She'd given me hers. I don't like them, but I took it anyway, and allowed them to crumble in my pocket over the coming days as some kind of reminder. There was toad flax growing in the cracks of the walls, which I gazed at more than where I was going, as I'm wont to do, when I'm distracted. I went home to Michael, perhaps earlier than he was.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?